Darkseer can get something else like maybe a Pipe or a Vanguard or Crimson Guard, whatever team fight item that he wants to go for. So that's that for Fnatic. They have to be able to at least get maybe one successful early rotation and then farm their towers.
Alright, last player to be killed. The wording on this is really weird. Is it the last person to die before the throne falls, or is it the last unique player to not have a death?
No idea.
I remember talking about that in the qualifiers, and I was like, everyone was having a different view on that. I think it's the last unique player to not have died at all. So like whoever has 0 deaths for the longest. And
yeah.
Well, we saw Mirana have a performance. I'm banking on it for the next time.
They're smoking into the Ancients area. They want to check if the Chen or Darkseer is around, and meanwhile Fnatic drop another Sunstrike around the Ancients area, so they're not going to be able to scout this out.
Oh, they go through, they get the drop from Torn, it's going to come up as well. Ohio, and nowhere to run, trapped in by his own illusions.
Games that they're just targeting this Darkseer. I mean, I guess this is just lucky. They were kind of expecting they will kill anyone they find on top. But Ohio is just the victim once again. Not having a good series against EHOME.
Alright, old chicken better perform in this Mirana again. I put him for all my predictions.
This is so confusing. I thought this is a career. Look at this Fnatic career. Ops ward.
Where is it? What? That thing looks like a mess.
Like,
what the hell? It's like a little
what is that?
Weird little tentacle monster wearing a little suit.
Then I realized it's a ward.
That looks gross. Either way, Ice is now sitting back. We're gonna have maybe a little bit of rune contest down bottom.
They're contesting the lanes again.
Oh.
They're sending Luna, SD, and Conquer bottom. Top against Darkseer, which is once again a very good lane for Nyx. It's the same reason with Bat Rider, because you mana burn him and he can't spam Iron Shell and you're good to go in the lane. So what Darkseer wants to do in this lane is you want to try to get behind the creeps as fast as you can, so you creep skip and you do not allow the Nyx to get mana burns on you. So this is what Ohio has to do in this lane. And Invoker versus Mirana lane. With Precision Aura, Invoker should win the CS battle.
Oh man. Old 11 just already having fun with that first level in mana burn, taking out half of Ohio's pool, so he's just going to have a really tough time keeping himself sustainable with the Ion Shells.
And yeah, the other lanes, like I said, Invoker versus Mirana, it's going to be difficult for Old Chicken to win the CS battle. He has to rely on his teammates to make a rotation. Most likely the Shadow Demon, maybe even the Shadow Demon plus the Kunkka together to be able to help them get a kill onto the Invoker. But right now DJ is going to once again help Mushi in terms of his farm. I mean, this game is a lot different because Darkseer doesn't need like an early blink to function. The hero is more than capable of farming jungle and doing everything by himself.
Oh, they're going in. They want to get another kill here. Mushi going to get torrented up. Looks like this could be a big kill coming out. Magic Missile comes in. Ice is getting clapped around, but the Hellbear, he's going to be first to fall. And Mushi actually gets out alive. Nice little salve there. DJ might end up going down here. Looking for the slap down, but he's going to get trapped in. The bear almost taking his life. They're going to lose the Shadow Demon as well. Lanham looks like he's going to be scooting on out of here as well. There is going to be no more mana for the Magic Missile, but the right clicks alone might be able to drive him back to base. This is nuts there. Really nice placement there from
Sunstrike. They have stunned into Sunstrike. Are they going to go for it? No. But that was very good play by DJ that he dodged the Torrent as well at the end of it, so he was able to survive that initiation from EHOME.
Oh, well, there's the Torrent coming back in, so Caster's Curse as DJ does end up falling. That 3-4-3 gonna get disrupted up. They do have the Hellbear to try to buy themselves some time, but no more claps. And that's gonna be 3-4-3 hitting the deck, trying to see if he wants to buy out or buy a DP scroll. And well, Shadow Poison, is it gonna be enough? Oh, no,
they needed to hit that to kill him, but he has boots, so SD is not going to be able to get in range for that last poison to land onto the bench. So all in all, Fnatic were able to get the more important kill onto the Luna and losing just the Chen.
Now up here, look at Ohio's positioning. He's just all the way up behind this tower. Old 11.
This is what he has to do.
He's got his mana burn, and Ohio's going to be having a little bit of trouble already having the Soul Ring to keep the Ion Shell spamming out, but still.
You look at the last hits.
Yeah.
Nyx is...
He's Strug City. He's got himself 18, 5 denies, and now over here on the bottom we've got Lanham sitting back and is going to have his Polarity cancelled by one right click from DJ, who's rotating in, has the Skeleton army coming back through, and Luna getting some last hits there with the Loosened Beam, but Mushi's ready to fight, has that early point into Gust, so maybe they're looking for some more action here as they are going to be bringing in the net creep. Can he latch anything?
I mean, even if they don't really get any initiations, it's going to allow Mushi to be able to farm his lane much better.
Oh, they're going in. Magic Missile, but disrupting there from Fender, trying to buy themselves some time, but Gus comes back on through. Ice, trying to leap away. Their Sunstrike is going to be off the mark, but they might still have damage anyway. One more click will be enough. DJ securing his second kill of the game. This Chen already having a huge impact. The Torrent comes in, 3-4-3 locked into the air, but Fenrir going to be dropping down as well. Drow Ranger with her team able to do so much work. That precision aura only at 1 point means Chen is just a...
Oh, top lane.
Oh god, they're going in. They're doing everything here. Old 11 able to salve up, so Ohio doesn't have the raw damage to finish the job, but Old 11 maybe getting a little too cocky there on the next assassin.
Yep. But regardless, he's able to survive and continue farming in the lane. But this aggressive tri-lane from EHOME is just not working at all. Their lane is not able to exert the amount of pressure that they want to onto the Drow. Like, Drow has some CS, but he's gotten kills because the Chen has been rotating around, because they're able to find the initiation onto a Luna, which, you know, she doesn't really have anything to save herself when she gets initiated by the creeps or the Venge.
Now I like this play here. They're able to go through, dominating up the Satyr, and they should be able to block this camp when they're done. 3-4-3 has observers and sentries galore, so just getting some more vision, taking away some farm. Now down bottom, Drow Ranger could be in a heap of trouble there. Gonna get disrupted up. They've got the Torrent to follow up Mushi. The second Drow is left alone. She might have going down the Shadow Poison. Should be enough. One more click of the glaive is gonna be enough.
Yeah, the moment they left him alone, then he just immediately got punished there. So Mushi, they're not being careful enough when his supports are not around the lane to support him.
Oh, Fenrir going in. Scouts out DJ walking through the jungle the wrong way, and now Lanham gonna be going back on through. The early point in Tidebringer from the support Kunkka is a little bit unique. Now there's gonna be a disruption up, and they're going to follow through, but that's just gonna be a Venge illusion.
He does this all the time when he plays support Kunkka. He just doesn't get X mark until very late. Seen this a lot. I thought it was just a one game thing, but then I realized he does it every game.
Alright, Magic Missile going in. They're going to focus on Fenrir. The Sunstrike should be enough to finish the job. They are able to go through. And now Ice, only level 4, so no Eclipse to drop down. No more mana or anything. The Torrent off the mark here as 3-4-3. Going to be going deep for this one. Looking for something there. Doesn't have enough mana for any follow-up. And Mushi's still alive on the back line. Has the guts to think that there's Magic Missile coming onto Lanham. And
oh, DJ, the Torrent.
So low. The Torrent does latch. Ice is going to get that kill with that final Lucent Beam dropping down. So just a big bloodbath here on the bottom lane as there's an arrow skating on through. Mushi needs one more arrow hit onto Old Chicken, getting away with 5 HP. That Mirana needs to literally counter Lucky Stars.
If he walks past this wall, he might die to the Sunstrike if they see him.
Try to keep an eye on the Kunkka as well.
They see him!
Going in, looking for the leap. Looks
He's
like
not
the
going to try
Invoker
for the Sunstrike.
not going to punish.
He's like running left and right. He's worried about the Sunstrike.
Yeah, he's definitely spooked. Now let's talk a little bit more about this top lane. Ohio versus Nyx. Nyx has found himself his arcane boots. I mean, he's doing phenomenally in terms of last hits, but how does that translate to game impact?
When he starts to roam, because right now he has his Vendetta, but he feels like he can't roam because when he leaves the lane, Darkseid is going to push and take the tower. It's very similar to when we see Puck versus Dragon Knight mids, when Puck wants to rotate and gank with the Dream Core, Dragon Knight takes the tower. So Nyx is feeling the same thing. Old Lamb is gonna get right clicked down by Midon here. Arrow, oh, he landed the arrow, but should not have enough damage to kill.
I mean, he gets the double proc on the Starstorm,
yes, but raindrop, so he's fine.
Yeah. Now down bottom, Drow Ranger did get the kill on the Shadow Demon, so kills left and right. Bodies hitting the floor. We are 7 minutes in and already more than 10 kills. And overall, in terms of overall net worth, it's going to be slightly in Fnatic's favor, but definitely not an insurmountable lead by any means. I mean, one kill bounty turns that right back the other way.
Yeah, they did not expect their tri-lane to go that bad, I think. But it was, again, a very risky proposition because this game Fnatic's lane is much better, so their tri-lane didn't work out and they had Sunstrike as well to deal with the tri-lane, so Fnatic much more successful in the laning phase this time around compared to the first game, and he has put them in the much better position in this game compared to the last game. Mushi has a lot more farm compared to the last game, but so far his net worth is not that impressive. Like, he has 2k net worth. Darkseid and Invoker is in the driving seat in terms of net worth right now.
Now there's a wrap around here. They do get the Gust onto Old Chicken. The Cold Snap to follow up. There should be a kill in the Mirana. She's going to leap her way away, but I mean, that deep leap actually saved her life. I was really surprised. We saw a 2-man smoke rotation up from the river, but they didn't actually go look for the jump on Mirana right away.
Right now, Old 11 is starting to move around after Luna went to the top lane to take over the lane to stop the Darkseer to take the tower, but Darkseer eventually will still be able to claim this tower as soon as the Chen arrives, so this tower is more or less going to be Fnatic's tower, and we'll see whether the Nyx is going to be able to create some space for his team with his rotations. He's going to place a deep ward into the enemy territory right now. Vendetta up soon in 3 seconds. See where he places the wards. Probably around the mid lane.
Yeah, he's eating his way through these trees. He's just gonna go through. There's the Vendetta and just looking for some chase. He's gonna go and ping out Mushi. If they can actually get a kill on the Drow Ranger.
He can't do this alone though.
Oh, he's gonna try.
There's no teammates around. He needs to wait for +1.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's not. He's just gonna leave. There's no way he kill him alone. If Invoker was on his team, yeah, maybe, but no way. He's gonna move back towards his own jungle. Lamb places a wall on the high ground. They're gonna scout out Ohio.
Alright, now Old 11 is using up the end of that Vendetta, not really able to find anything off the back of this, so Fnatic, I mean, there's just been so many kills all over the board, but it looks like they are going to be able to find something there. Chen sending Venge back, and down bottom, Ohio TPing in, trying to contest some farm from Fenrir. Now, I mean, this game has just been super chaotic. What do you make of this laning phase? Who's coming out on top? Who's getting what they need?
Fnatic definitely came out on top from the laning phase. For sure, they got a lot more kills from the bottom lane, all the exchanges that happened. And Luna doesn't have a good amount of farm that she hoped to get from the aggressive tri-lane. But right now, EHOME is still, even though they're behind, there's still a way for them to get back into the game, which is team fight. They have a very good team fight. Conquer has Ghost Ship right now. They have Eclipse. Everything important for their team fight is available for EHOME. So they have to just find the correct initiation with either the Nyx or landing an arrow or landing a torrent.
Alright, we got our Chen army crawling around. Over here in the jungle, we are going to have Drow Ranger going 1v1 with Old Chicken, but Old Chicken picks up a double damage rune. Well, that's pretty spooky, so I think Fnatic are going to be sitting back, trying to farm up. I mean, in order for Fnatic to have a really sizable advantage, do they need to just keep the gas pedal pushed, or can they afford to go back and relax and pick up more items?
I think they can though. Right now they can probably wait for... I'm not sure who's getting the mech though, because if you look at Darkseer and Chen, they both have a headdress. Maybe slight miscommunication there. Maybe Ohio feels like Chen is having a harder time getting the mech, or they're gonna get the Sunstrike in Cold Snap.
Yeah, I think Fenrir's just all kinds of dead there. No chance to react. You could tell he was going in for the animation of disruption, just trying to buy himself some time, but couldn't get anything done.
This game, Invoker is just having a much better game compared to the last game, and he's carrying his team right now with the Sun Strikes and setting up kills and getting that pick off, which will help them transition into the tower. Gonna help Mushi get back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, Mushi now just finding himself some time up here in this top lane. You know, last game we talked a lot about how, you know, there were a lot of supports there to protect Mushi and ensure he's farming correctly, but this game with the Drow Ranger, Drow just feels a little bit more self-sustainable. Just take some time, go in your own lane, has more escape tools. It looks like she's going to be going for, is that the Dragonlance pickup with the Bellend of Elfskin?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, this game his other teammates have a much better start, so they are able to group up as 4 heroes, so they are making space for him right now. They're gonna try and gank him. He's gonna barely TP out. Oh, they got him.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to be paying the ultimate price for his crimes, getting purged off, and that's going to be 3 stacks of poison. Plop down. Shadow didn't even give him the credit for that. The Nyx Assassin not going to grab that. Meanwhile, over here in the jungle, they're looking for something more. Arrow going to be blindly thrown out. Poor
He's
Centaur.
constantly killing the Chen creeps with the arrow.
Yeah, I mean, that one-hit kill, always nice, but the poor little creeps didn't do anything to deserve that.
Yeah, but right now, because Mushi was alone and not with his team, he got caught out, and EHOME got a free pick off there. The team fight is still very, very strong with the Eclipse and both, so they just have to find the correct opening to take a team fight before Fnatic gets BKB on the Drow especially. And Darkseer is getting a pipe for his team, so that's the team item where I mentioned where Mac is going to be most likely on Chen. Darkseer gets a pipe against all the spell damage that the Conquer, Nyx and the Luna provides for his team, and even the Priestess of the Moon, the Mirana as well. So that's a great pickup against what EHOME has.
Man, this courier is just completely slotted down. Invoker's going to go and finish off his drums. Now going to be going straight in onto Old 11. Carapace popped out in the nick of time to buy himself some time, but that means Invoker has to back off. Drum charge down, Cold Snap down. Meanwhile, Drow Ranger continuing to farm up mid. Old Chicken having a lot less impactful game than last time. And what's the real difference?
The main thing is probably just Fnatic's early game because they had a very bad early game the last time, so the Nyx roaming around was able to cause a lot of havoc. This game they have a better start, so they're able to get, more detection is one thing, to be able to see the Nyx coming, and being able to group up earlier is also a very, very big deal, because when you group up it makes it very difficult for 011 to find any openings, apart from the opening that he just found with Mushi being alone at top lane. He's gonna run into their team.
Oh, they know something's going on. Immediate turnaround. Their old chicken just slapped away from existence. My god, that was brutal.
This is getting really, really hard for EHOME. It's gonna be hard for them to stop the push from Fnatic once they get their mech and their pipe and all the free pickoffs they're getting. Draw Aura, tower's gonna go down in no time.
Yeah, mid lane, they're looking for some sort of tower pressure. Luna able to exert a little bit. There is going to be a TP rotation coming back in. Ohio looking to do some work there. Ult 11 going to get wrapped around on. Nice vacuum. Buying some time for the Drow Ranger to go and finish off the tower. The Gust does connect with the Ult 11. There's going to be no carapace for him. One more arrow just plucks him away. That's going to be a very, very well played fight there from Fnatic. They're able to go through, get the bottom tower all to
Roshan
themselves.
as well. Tickling for Roshan.
Oh man, this is fantastic there. Drow threat executed cleanly for now. How long can Fnatic afford to just kind of hold on to this? Because obviously this kind of strategy is sustainable forever.
Solo kill. You don't got a solo kill onto the Conquer there. Great play by the mid laner of Fnatic. Right now Fnatic is also gonna get the Roshan.
Mirana's sitting back looking to do something there. Arrow snipe maybe, but oh, they go for the dust. It just barely connects onto Mirana. They don't have the high ground vision to follow up, but oh god, the hand of God just busted out. They're just sitting back, the Roshan melting very, very quickly. Everyone hitting hard courtesy to Precision Aura.
Yeah, once they get this Aegis, it's gonna put Fnatic in firm control of the game.
Sunstrike coming out, just doing a little more damage. The Aegis does fall, and Goku snapping that up without hesitation.
There's not much EHOME can do right now to take a head-on fight, even though they have a lot of team fight potential. But Fnatic is just dealing a lot of damage, like too much damage with the auras they have.
Oh, Drow Ranger up top, Ice Slice, living up to his name, getting frozen by these frost arrows. Yeah, goes in, turns with the magic missile, hold him in place, and that's going to be another kill for the Drow Ranger. Now sitting at 4 and 2.
This is looking real bad for EHOME. They're just gonna get run over by the Drow lineup. Like once they start to snowball with the Drow, they're just gonna take all the towers and hit a timing where they're gonna knock on your high ground pretty soon. Things are not looking good for EHOME. They need, at the very least, maybe a BKB on Luna in the near future to be able to. Like he's getting a Yasha first, which is your primary farming tool with the helm, but you're gonna need a BKB to be able to walk into the team fight. There's too much spell damage with all the heroes.
Oh, Axe is gonna come in. They're gonna go for the swap. They're gonna be able to drag back the Torrent slightly up the mark. His old Lanham is gonna get picked off, and that's gonna be Vengeful Spirit.
They're getting destroyed.
Yeah. Back to the earlier point, a Drow strategy isn't going to be ferocious forever. At some point it falls off. At some point the Luna starts scaling phenomenally. What's going to be the threshold?
At the moment, I think that Fnatic is just going to run them over, and they need like a lot more items on the Luna, but I'm not sure if the Drow lineup is going to give them enough time to reach there. Fnatic can just use whatever they have right now to just snowball and take the base, or take one set of racks very early.
Look at Drow Ranger's status bar. She has got so many positive auras helping her out.
Drum Pipe, Aquila, and all the other auras.
Yeah, Bassie, and she's just rolling it right now.
They should be able to push high ground fairly soon after they remove the last outer tower. Are they waiting for any items? Let's see. Drow has her Dragon Lance, Chen has his mech. The courier is dead, so basically they have to either wait for that or go back to base to collect their items. They have everything they need. Darkseid is very close to his blink, so I guess that's gonna be their final piece of the puzzle, then they're gonna siege.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen any huge clutch vacuums. We've seen a couple trying to scout out and trying to break TPs, but I'm excited if we get a 4-man vacuum wall going through, just immediate plop down from Drow Ranger, but...
A vacuum into silence from Drow?
That's gonna hurt.
They don't have the best follow-up for the vacuum.
They go through Demonic Purge there. They're dropping everything. There's going to be the Luna just going ham. They are able to go through, get a double kill onto the Venge and the Drow Ranger. And now we're going to leave mid one just to book it away. So that's going to be some big power shown off by EHOME, but they only really buy themselves about 30 seconds. They might be able to get down this tier 1 tower, but on the back of that, nothing else is really going to go down.
Yep. After this, when Fnatic have their Venge and Drow up again, they're going to just look to get objectives after the Luna ulti being down. So I mean, those 2 kills are still not good to give away for Fnatic, but they're gonna be able to at least find some trade-offs after the Eclipse being down. And Darkseid has his blink in 100 gold, so they're more or less ready to just push the high ground. They have everything they need.
I mean, like you said, Luna is still really lacking in terms of overall itemization. She's just not a big fighter yet. I mean, her HP pool is still very low. She's got herself some decent armor, but there's no way she can survive 1v1 against a Drow.
I mean, she's just gonna die. 1 stun and she's dead in the team fight. That's basically how squishy she is right now. She needs, say, another 5 minutes. She needs another item or 2 before she's ready to team fight. Right now, they are not ready to let the Luna join the team fight, so EHOME has to somehow buy time, either by pick-off or just push out the lanes, draw Fnatic away from grouping up together. Bottom lane 011 is running in alone. It's not going to be able to do too much, just going to scout out that Fnatic's all around the Drow Ranger, giving his team valuable information.
Oh, there's going to be a smoke. Are they going to actually walk into this? Old 11 pops. Ohio is going to break the smoke, so they know something's going to be there. He pops on the Ion Shell, making sure at least someone goes in. They've got the dust on the Chen if they want to go forward. They are going to pop it out. It's not going to connect onto many people, and well, in the end, they're just going to go back in. Shadow Demon doing a little bit there to get some illusions going down, but Old 11 still sitting in. They get the swap off. The magic missile to follow up. The Carapace doing a lot of work there. It's going to be Impale connecting to the two. There's going to be a torrent, and the boat doing a lot of work, connecting to a whole bunch of people. Mushi could be in some serious trouble. The Tidebreaker coming back in. They get some hurt as well. Old Chicken able to go through and clean up a huge, huge objective. Shadow Demon getting the credit for the kill onto the Drow Ranger. They get the Vengeful Spirit as well, and now Tidehunter looking to go in 1v1ing DJ. There's going to be the X marks the spot to bring him back in. There's going to be some send back Chen Creeps going back home. Not going to feed away that gold, but Old 11 able to go through and kill off the Chen. No. Oh, what happened there?
They didn't. Oh, they got the Invoker as well.
Well, the Aegis is going to bring him back up, but I think that's going to be another death coming back in. They've got the tools to hold him down. He's just going to be taking a whole bunch of damage. Goes into the Ghost Walk. They have the vision. Oh yeah, they've got plenty of damage coming out. It's a full wipe. 6 kills on Fnatic. EHOME don't drop a damn thing. What happened there, Winter?
I mean, they started a fight with a swap, then they didn't kill the Nyx right away. They were not ready, like, his teammate was like, not ready for him to swap, and they didn't kill the Nyx right away. Then the boat came in, so Nyx didn't die, he got the boat buff, and the fight just turned very, very badly after Fnatic didn't kill the Nyx. They got a pretty good vacuum, 3 heroes vacuum, but no follow-up, like I said, with their lineup. They don't have good follow-up for that.
I mean, is that the end of the Drow Ranger powerhouse? Is this, 20 minutes into the game where they should have broken high ground already?
I wouldn't say they should have broken high ground, but I would say that mostly around 25 to 30 minutes you expect to at least take 1 set of Rex with this sort of lineup. But then again, there's always plan B with their heroes. You can go late game with like an Aghanim Smearstorm build on the Drow. You scale really well, you have
miscommunication there as Ice drops the Eclipse right as the disruption comes through.
That was not good. 1 wasted ultimate again, so Fnatic, let's see whether they can look to arrow.
Oh, swap back in, they go in, they are able to get the magic missile coming out, but nice little Starstorm there. Vengeful Spirit taking a bunch of damage, but fortunately Mushi is able to escape alive.
Going back to your point where should Fnatic worry about not getting any big objectives by around 20-25 minutes, I don't think they should be worrying too much. Their heroes scale pretty well into the late game. Like, this is like a misconception where you pick Drow, you have to end the game early. I don't think it's the case anymore.
There's going to be a big rotation around. Old 11 knows what's going down. Sneaky Nyx Assassin. I mean, do you think Radiant's warding game is on point enough? It seems like they missed a lot of Nyx rotations.
Maybe they need a gem for that. Against Nyx, you wanna, and Mirana as well. It's very difficult for the supports to constantly buy sentries and dust, and you need to buy so many of them against Nyx. So getting a gem is probably the best solution for that. Bottom lane, we see Mushi getting initiated again, but it's gonna be fine this time.
Oh, Old 11 coming in looking for something there. It's gonna go in. We'll get the silence up immediately, pop the dust, and now they should be able to get him off. Just the Drow Ranger doing enough work. Invoker getting the credit with that Sunstrike, but
very back and forth this game. Like both teams like making very dangerous moves all the time around the map. Sometimes it's paying off, sometimes it's not.
Absolutely. Now, Mushi's skill build here, a little bit different from the other Drow Rangers we've seen, not maxing out their precision aura and instead choosing to go just full gusto.
Yeah, that's not common at all. I don't think I've seen it before. Mostly you don't, I mean the silence is really good, but mostly you do max silence and the aura and you have maybe 2 points less than the Frost Arrow. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think the non-maxed precision aura is having an impact on their team? Because there's a bunch of range heroes that would benefit from it.
Yeah, definitely it's very good for his team, so I'm not sure why he chose to do this. Maybe he feels like they need to have the slow earlier to, you know, run down heroes, and he felt that they needed more points in the Frost Arrow, but overall the precision aura is just invaluable to his team.
Alright, so Invoker trying to do what he can, clearing out things with his Forge Spirits, but Old 11 now turning into that sneaky Nyx assassin. He's got himself his Blink, he's going to be going towards what appears to be a Yule Scepter, but we'll see when he's able to complete that now. Over there, we are going to see the top tower get destroyed. Got our crew of Old Chicken finally having some sort of impact. Now Blink in the Mirana, 1,300 more gold on top of that, but I think the real action is going to be going down. Bot lane is Ice. He's going to be starting things off. Drops down that Lucent Beam. Ohio going in. Could see something else going down. We still haven't really seen a really nice vacuum wall out of Ohio.
Well, he had a 3-man vacuum the last time, but his team just didn't have the appropriate follow-up for it. He's gonna actually go for the BKB, which is very good versus the EHOME lineup. The Nyx, Carapace and the Malabon is just destroying him in team fights, so he feels like he needs that spell immunity to be able to drop his combo. But then again, the follow-up is not very good for them. I'm not sure. Maybe the vacuum into Meteor Deafening Blast is their best combo. It's either that or they get a center creep on the Chen and you vacuum into the Storm.
Yeah, I mean, we're now 25 minutes and it definitely feels like Fnatic have lost a little bit of momentum. Early on, that Drow strat looked so nice. They were able to go through and push this tier 2 nice and early, but for now it seems like EHOME have definitely at least equalized the playing field here.
Yeah, those successful team fights were really crucial for EHOME getting back themselves into the game. And right now Luna has significantly caught up in terms of net worth. Dragonlance Mentor completed and going for his next item. Not sure if he wants to go for BKB. I think he needs it at some point.
Oh, vacuum in. Old Chicken gonna get played around with, but is able to leap around and does have that double damage rune, so that wouldn't have been the worst fight to take anyway. And Fnatic now grouping up on the defensive. How's their high ground defense?
They want to go for objectives right now because they, despite having good scaling into late game, but if you look at EHOME's overall lineup of 011, he's going to scout out the smoke once again.
Oh, they're going in, and this is going to be pretty important there. The Moonlight Shadow comes back out, the Torrent connecting onto 2 and the Forge Spirits.
No.
And that's going to be a fantastic stall out. Yeah, BKB charged down. Meanwhile, Old Chicken finally finding some space to pressure the tower, so Fnatic, I mean, they had such a strong start.
They have to get a gem. I mean, this Nyx is just wasted the 2 of their smokes. They have to buy so many sentries for the supports.
Oh, there's going to be a send back on the Venge, saving her life there, because Old 11 was so ready with that Impale. Now over here on the top, we are going to have mid one going in. There will be a blink away. Can he actually get the follow-up? Nope, just sitting back down, chilling. Yeah, this is, it's actually looking really good for EHOME right now.
Yeah, their late game is also very, very strong with the disruption onto Luna Illusions. That is very, very difficult to deal with. And I think right now they don't have very good solutions of clearing the illusions until Drow has Aghanim's plus Maelstrom.
Oh, Old 11 going back in, 3-4-3, not going to get saved this time. I mean, she's got herself that turn and missile if she absolutely needs to, but I think that is going to be a very dead Venge. The mechanism might save her life for now. There are going to be illusions hammering away at her, but she's still going to be alive. They're going back in. BKB charges popped as we're going to have Mushi trying to get what he can done. There will be a vacuum back. Old Lanham thrown out the boat, just YOLOing it. And the X mark was spot. Going to mean that he's going to get dragged back into the damage. That is Mushi. We're looking for the Eclipse though. DJ in some serious trouble. Going to get impaled up. Oh man, Luna just laying in. Ohio going to be the next to fall. Gem of Cruciate on the deck. BKB charged down. Old 11 will end up burning down, but Fenrir gonna lose his life as well. Mid one is still alive. Gem gonna be down. It looks like Mushi taking that one up for himself. So Drow Ranger gets out of that fight alive, and that is so crucial.
Yeah, that was I think that was Fnatic's gem. Right? Yeah, that was Ohio's gem, so it wasn't EHOME's gem. That fight was just basically his team. He wasn't there when the team started the fight earlier. Luna was a bit late to the combat and Rihanna got picked off. I'm not sure if you caught it. He got solo killed by Invoker at top with a tornado, meatball, deafening blast combo. So that was a very good individual play right there by Midwan taking out the Mirana. So it was a 4 versus 5 fight for Fnatic.
Alright, so now Drow Ranger, she's sitting on that gem, may opt to just put that back in the courier at some point, or may opt to keep it for herself, but...
Put it on the Ducks here, I guess.
Yeah.
Put it on the Ducks here again. One of the heroes has to carry out against the Nyx and the Mirana.
I mean, we're tipping more towards
Oh,
that...
top lane. Old Chicken, he gets caught once more by Invoker. Another solo kill. Man, twice in a row he got a solo kill onto Old Chicken.
I mean, mid one definitely still feeling strong. I mean, Invoker's item build, that's going to carry him into this late game, and he's doing a good job keeping himself relevant. Drow Ranger, how does she itemize? How does she position herself to become that late game carry?
Aghanim's Maelstrom, like I said, I think that build is probably the best build against the Disruption Illusions plus the Luna Manta style, so I think that build is probably the best this game for Mushi.
Alright, Gem on the deck, taking up at the Dark Studio, looking for something to go right into the Roach Pit, but EHOME, they are right there, looking for something. The Disruption Illusions coming out, Shadow Demon making more Lunas popping out, and now Torrent coming back in, not going to connect onto anyone. So just a little game of chicken here. No one wants to do the first one to cross the river. Mechanism keeping everyone healthy for now, but that does mean the Mechanism's on cooldown for the next part of the fight.
They're buying enough time for Old Chicken to come back up alive before they start to initiate. They pop their mech, so that cooldown being wasted, and Drow Ranger is not at full HP as well, so Fnatic not feeling confident about taking that fight, gonna back off. Let's see if EHOME decides to go for... I mean, if they scout the Roshan, they'll know Roshan is at half health. Oh, they're gonna try and initiate. They have Eclipse up and all their big cooldowns up.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna see how deep they have to push for this, though, as there are gonna be heroes sitting back. DJ has that hand of God if things get real carrying. Old 11 blinking in, does get a double man impale. Nice Carapace as well to follow up. There's gonna be a BKB from Ohio, looking for something there, but Luna dropping the Eclipse spell. This is gonna be a phenomenal tornado coming out from the Invoker, getting everyone caught out. There's gonna be the Rod off of the vacuum, the boat, everyone's getting dropped down low. As okay, we got Mirana, we got everyone dropping down. And there's going to be Ohio, going to be X marks the spot of that, going to be brought back down. Old 11 though, going deep, has the Carapace rolling. Ohio will get picked off, the gem is on the deck, the arrow connects onto Mushi, this is going to be DJ trying to TP out, will get Yuled up, and they're just going to take out everyone here. EHOME with a very successful fight. Old Lanham still up, armlet toggling to safety, and that's going to be Old Chicken jumping in. DJ, the last survivor. Oh god, he's going to be going down. Invoker just sitting there, stunned beyond belief. And Old Chicken jumping forward, the blink away means Invoker will live through this, but that was such a successful fight for EHOME, and that means the Roshan is absolutely theirs.
Oh, despite the Eclipse not doing too much, they're still able to win that fight with the Illusions doing a lot of damage, and obviously the Mirana with his double star form. The initiation from 011 was really good. He got 2-man impale and he got the Carapace onto the Chen, immediately disabling 3 heroes at once for them. And for Fnatic again, that's the problem. They got a vacuum wall, but no follow-up. None of their heroes can follow it up.
It seems like right now EHOME have weathered the storm that is the Drow strat, and now Fnatic have to transition to more of that very traditional lineup with the position 1 and the damage and the team fight. I mean, aside from Drow getting that Maelstrom, what's the best way to do that? How does Invoker itemize? How does Vengeful Spirit make herself useful? What does the Darkseer have to do?
He's getting a BKB on Invoker now, he has it. So that's number 1, because he needs the BKB against a late game Nyx. When you have so much intelligence, the mana burn is going to destroy you if you don't have BKB. So next step will probably be getting Octarine Core, like the typical carry Invoker. Just cast all your spells, and you just destroy the enemy single-handedly. So before Luna gets BKB, I would say that's going to still be viable, but at some point Ice is going to get a BKB. I'm not sure if he's going to finish his butterfly now. Does he have the whole thing? Yeah, he has the whole thing. So, because he has the egg,
but he's going to get tornadoed up right now. They've got the follow-up they needed. He's going to get disrupted up. So Fenrir trying to buy himself some time. Old Lan joins the party. He's going to be popping out the boat there. Centaur going to be falling victim. 3-4-3 getting slapped down so low. The mech not going to save you now. The backline Kunka will get the kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Now we're going to be looking for Joker, or rather mid one, just walking back away. And there's going to be the link forward. Ohio surging himself to safety. But they've got the X. They've got the follow-up.
Oh, he has BKB.
Oh, okay. They don't catch him this time, but that's a BKB charge down just for an escape.
It's not looking good for Fnatic right now. 1-for-2 trade. And
I mean, the overall XP is really starting to look tough. Overall levels getting a little bit split here.
This Luna plus SD combination is getting out of hand. And Mushi went for the MKB. He's starting with his Demon Age, which is... I mean, it's understandable against the Butterfly, but they won't have any good tools to deal with the Illusions right now, apart from the Meatball from Invoker. That's their best AoE. These illusions are very difficult to deal with.
Right now, there's going to be a swap back. They want to go for something that the arrow going to be plopping in. 3-4-3 actually in some trouble in his own base. They get the vacuum ball, but it's just not going to be doing a whole lot in terms of keeping the dire control. They will be able to go through and get some serious damage on Old Lanham. The X marks the spot, going to be bouncing him every which way, and that's going to be Old Lanham coming back in, getting out of the base safely. And there is going to be Mushi just taking a full eclipse right to the face. The BKB rolls out just in time. He's barely alive as Old Lanham goes in. Oh, the plays! Oh my god, and he gets out safely as well. Armlet Kunkka.
Jeez, this Kunkka, old lamb, so many plays this game with his armlet.
That poor Drow Ranger, she's now sitting in base. She has buyback if needed, but you really don't want to have to spend it for just a mid-hold. And there is going to be those illusions popping out from the Luna, and they can apply some slow siege to this tower if they'd like to.
Oh, this is really, really bad right now for Fnatic. They need more options to deal with the illusions. Right now they can't clear the illusions fast enough, and if you're forced to just drop your meatball, just to clear the illusions, that's a big problem for you. Then you don't have a meatball for the vacuum combo. I mean, they missed the combo, but you can see they're really desperate of finding something to follow up after the vacuum, because no one else can do anything after vacuum, and it's not allowing them to initiate well and to take any successful team fights.
Has been denied.
Alright, so mid lane Darkseer goes and denies the tier 3, which is an interesting play. And up top, we are going to have some Radiant pressure onto the top lane just from the creep momentum, and they're going to be bringing in mid one as well. So maybe trying to force another fight on the offensive. Fnatic, I mean, they've been forced to their own side of the river for so long that they've got to be itching just to get back in and start playing some real aggressive Dota.
No, they see mid one. He has a gem. He has use. He can start off with a use, maybe force him to BKB.
Shadows.
Oh, he's just going to stun an arrow, I guess. If he can land a stun.
Yep, they're going to be going in, but with the creep wave, it's kind of hard to land that arrow to go. They pop in and get the thorn. Oh, God. Oh, stop. He's already dead. EHOME, have some mercy.
Can they force the buyback now? That would be huge if they can force his buyback. They did not use any big cooldowns. Only the boat is just like 60 seconds, 40 seconds cooldown, so not a big deal for them. This is not looking good for Fnatic. If they have to buy back, they have to buy back.
Yeah, I mean, these Luna illusions are going to be doing so much work. That's Manta as well as Shadow Demon Disruption. Look at them bounce! Oh, they're so cute, popping every which way, but
they can't clear the illusions. Heroes.
They can't do anything there. Old 11 just blinking in. The torrent coming up 3-4-3. Just going to get victimized by that Tidebringer. Good God. That was a lot of damage coming in. Shadow Demon gets the credit for that kill.
And sad as a support now.
Invoker had to buy back for this, but still isn't really able to have any big impact. They're going to be TPing in the Mirana, who has those double Starstorms ready, and I mean, it just hurts. There's going to be a nice vacuum wall coming in, but Ice doesn't really care. There's going to be everything going back down. The meatball is
another
off
whiff
the mark.
combo. Oh no.
And now they're roughing around to the bottom lane. They've still got to go through and clear out the creeps, but I mean, in the end, it's looking like EHOME have this firmly in the bag unless this is a tremendous fight from Fnatic.
They have no wall now, so I don't see how they're going to be able to defend, and no meatball as well. They have to try and, I don't know, like vacuum into silence from Drow. That's the only thing remaining for them right now. They have no Chen creeps.
Oh, Mushi dodges out the arrow, but it's going to mean that it's just more and more time for EHOME to get back and reset. Once again, you got Shadow Demon waiting for that disruption, just going in and making more Lunas, and oh, the Torrent lashes! They're able to get the kill onto Mushi. This could be huge. They just slap her out of existence. She buys back immediately, but this is their last shot. Invoker, this is going to be a dieback if he goes down here. Tops down the ice wall. Nice vacuum, though. Ohio at least makes some sort of impact, but 3-4-3 might not be able to weather the storm. As it's going to be Drow Rangers sitting back, trying to be a lot of damage there. Ice will have it going down, but Ohio getting very low as well to swap back in. Ohio will be able to survive. The Hand of God will do enough. They get on the Mirana. There's going to be a Sunstrike coming in. Not going to connect onto anyone. 3-4-3 looking for the missile. But the range is just going to be too measly. I don't think they can actually catch up with this Mushi. Super fast going in. Trying to get something done. They go for the blink. Mid one wants to get something done. The Tornado will be able to connect onto two. And the Ice Wall holding both in place. Can they get this done? There's going to be the disruption coming in. Fedra buying some time for his team. But Old Lanham stunned in place. Frost Arrows doing their magic. As Invoker's able to get credit for that kill. He's still looking for more there. He's super speedy chasing down everyone. But I think this is the end of the fight for Fnatic. They are able to get what they need to out of EHOME though.
Yeah, EHOME got a little too cocky there, but it cost them like a couple of buybacks. Drow and Invoker bought back. So, I mean, at the end of the day, EHOME still got the mid-racks, the tier 3 and 2 buybacks. It's losing that cost is not good, but they still got what they came for. They just need to be much more careful the next time and get a BKB on. They just need to get a BKB on Luna, and they're gonna win the game. But he's buying Satanic. They just need a BKB on Luna, and there's no way Fnatic can kill him.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic, their problem's kind of damaged. Like, they've got to get something up, and now Drow Ranger picking up that Demon Edge. Assuming we're going to see Daedalus?
No, he's going for the MKB because of the butterfly.
Oh, okay.
Luna. He got that very long ago, actually. But right now, I still think that Luna needs to just get a BKB. He's going for Satanic. Might regret it, might not regret it. Depends on if they lose the next fight because he doesn't have spell immunity, then he's gonna regret it. This is like the more greedy build.
Nyx going in, they are able to go through. They get the Carapace there, and there's going to be the Moonlight Shadow coming in. Maybe they look at the rotation in. The Yules comes out, the arrow coming back down, but able to be dodged out. So 3-4-3 going back in, popped in a sentry just to make sure to keep vision, but poor little Vengeful Spirit not able to do anything. There will be the Tornado up, does catch out Old 11, but Lanham, he's there, he's making sure nothing else comes of this.
They
Mid
just
lane.
toyed him around.
Oh no, if Mushi goes down here, this is going to be a real bad pop. They just immediate BKB TP out, wanting nothing to do with that engage.
His BKB is like 5 seconds now. Without BKB, he's not gonna do a lot in team fights. That is a big problem for them. Doctoring Core Mirana, I've seen this from Sumiel. Wasn't so successful at Starlander. But this game, I guess, is fine.
Oh, they go back in. Invoker stops the D-Ward, and that might cost him his life. He pops the BKB. He's looking for something, trying to man up on Old 11, but his own life is at stake there. He's going to get so low. The mechanism is going to be saving him up. He is going to go back to the base, courtesy of the Chen sendback. But Old 11 still up, still hunting. They go for the Yules here. The Torrent to follow up means Mushi's in some serious trouble. The boat coming back on through. Can he live through this? The BKB is still on cooldown. It takes away most of his health, but he's still up and still fighting. And now they're able to go and just apply pressure there more and more. Luna Illusions just sieging these racks, bouncing around, clearing out the forward spirits, clearing out the building. Tornado coming in, buying some time. EMP just to burn away the illusions. But I mean, it's so much. 3-4-3, dropping everything to make sure these are dead.
If you're playing like this, I guess you don't need your BKB. You're just sending in illusions. I mean, that's the safest play and the best play. No risk. They got a range Rex, basically for nothing.
Yeah, it's really tough. If Fnatic can hold, what do they need to do in this next fight?
I'm not very sure, you know, because the Darkseal Vacuum is not gonna allow them to land any big reliable combos with their heroes, and if you swap someone in and you don't kill him immediately, EHOME is just gonna turn the fight once your BKBs run out on the Invoker and Drow. So it's very difficult for Fnatic to approach the fight. I don't know, I think that Vacuum into Meatball Deafening Blast, that's their best combo. If they can pull it off, somehow.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Fnatic and you've got a buffet of EHOME heroes laid out in front of you, what's your most important target to get out at the start of the fight?
Luna and Mirana, they're both the biggest damage dealers. But then again, if you think about how EHOME approached the last fight, they just need to send in illusions and everyone sit behind. So what you're gonna do? They don't have heroes that can clear out the illusions quick enough before they kill your buildings. So that's also another big problem for Fnatic.
Kunkka treating himself, buying himself a Bloodthorn. How is that going to change the pace of the game?
I don't think it matters that much. Whatever he gets right now is just luxury items. All that matters is the Luna illusions. How strong the Luna is gonna get, and he's gonna just destroy all the buildings alone. Roshan is up, so that's gonna...
Mid one looking for another solo pickup. The Tornado connects onto the Mirana. Old Chicken has to sit back, has the Moonlight Shadow if necessary, but they got the gem onto the Invoker. Blink away into the trees, looking for the TP out, the Sunstrike. They got the Cold Snap here, and there's gonna be the Moonlight Shadow coming in, but again the gem means he's completely scattered out. They're just 1v1ing this, trying to leap away. They bring in the Forward Spirits, so they actually have the Creep Cut. No! And now mid one is stuck here till his Blink comes on cooldown, and that's gonna be unfortunate. Mushi, a little bit late to the party, not able to get anything done. Meanwhile, Roshan.
What a duel between Old Chicken and Bidon. Not this time, he says. I'm not gonna die to you this time. He has the use to prevent the combo from killing him, which is, I don't think I talked about this. It's a very good item against Invoker because it doesn't allow him to drop his full combo on you. The Cyclone, the Tornado plus Sunstrike, Deafening Blast combo doesn't work if you have use.
And mid one just running around, really trying to have an impact, but I think the only impact is going to be back in the base for perhaps one final hold. EHOME, they've got the Aegis on the Luna, so she can go a little bit deeper there. Cheese picked up by the Kunkka, so we can kind of YOLO this one. And I mean, he's got himself the Bloodthorn once again. They know Invoker's around. They plop down his Sentry. Oh god, mid one, you can't afford to go down here. It's going to get disrupted up. That's going to mean there's going to be more and more Lanhams in the fight. Because Lanham could be in some trouble. He actually might get picked off there. And oh, no, he eats the cheese. He's alive. And the tornado is going to be coming up. They've got the arrow connecting, and that's going to be a very dead Invoker. No buyback. This could be it as they're looking to chase down. They're looking to just end misery here. And 343 caught out as well, just taking a bunch of stuns. And that's going to be Barana getting a secondary kill onto the Vengeful Spirit. She herself has no buyback as well. And that's, you know, not necessarily a huge kill in terms of gold, but Fnatic just needs, they need bodies up. They need someone to defend this as Ice just lays in Moonlight Shadow. I just guess for some sneakiness or some YOLO plays, but look how quickly that creep wave drops and they're going all in. Look at Mushi trying to have this one final stand. BKB's everywhere going in with the vacuum walls, but Ice could not care less. Hesitation is going to go in the boat. Oh god, Drow Ranger dropped to the deck and GG comes out. EHOME take this series 2-0. Up against Fnatic.
Oh, they're very impressive in the 2 games I see today. Back to our best, most likely. But we'll see whether they can continue this success in the next games. Whether they have the form to continue. Or it's just a one series thing where they understand Fnatic a lot and they know how to deal with them. But Mushi has been really lackluster this game, and